circle shift, which I imagine we're going to see very, very shortly on our screen. We'll see exactly who it favors.
Oh, Mela can't quite find the turn there. Gyro not quite playing ball at the moment. And 628 rock up on that compound for the outpost for Mela, for the Infinity. And underneath, Sunan's cutting out ankles. Mela low and in danger as well, but steps up to bat, does plenty of work there. Mela swaps the guns and finally goes down. But not before putting them on a little bit of a warning notice there. newsy has the time to reposition, but they've lost their teammate already.
It's not great news for them. 628, you know, still with 4 players, one on their knees, but really good angle there from Yu Yang to start picking up the fight from the backside. They could potentially try and pick that player up as Sunan moves off in the distance. Wonderful shots from newsy.
Ooh.
This is the boy that we know.
Finds 2 players down now in his sights for 628. And an aid from Sunan to try and piece together the knock over towards Godtani, towards Logan as well. Another nade might just be good. Here's those steps. Pops the nade over the top, gets the knock, and Logan's low.
Goodness me.
Gets the knock and needs to fall back to the team. Daoshi almost certainly bleeding out here. Not going to be able to get to that one, but Yu Yang a little bit more lucky. 4th zone though, and I don't even know if he can go for these reses. The spray from newsy on the reposition as well, but he sends it to the sky and has to fall back. Needs to get ahead of the game in terms of these rotations. 628 down.
Goodness me, newsy, the king of that fight, coming out on top with some clutch moves. Honest to God, that guy was on it everywhere. You felt like he was playing as the entire team, just switching between third-person perspectives. You love to see it. Down 1 gaming, though, on that south side. Down to 3 players once again. Checking out where they're currently sat in 10th place. Not the best in the world. It's not where they want to end up. You know, Sandhawk hasn't typically been their best map ever. But, you know, if they get some points here, it might see them in a good position to start hitting those top spots. Na'Vi now finally making their move over to Stalwart.
Action close by, and Matic will spot it out. Pika could go on the peak as well. Matic does go down, takes a knee there. As Action holds out the angle. Meku can't suppress it, but he can suppress that one. Excellent shots coming through. That's Tixie across the way. Now it's just Pika in the compound. Alone for Stalwart.
Last remaining member, see how much further he can go. Drops out the window. You can see newsy on the bottom screen trying to make his way into the circle with the rest of his team of the Infinity. Na'Vi starting to send shots over towards Furious Gaming side, but they're taking a hell of a shots their way too. So Na'Vi looking a little bit bruised, looking a little bit battered, but not quite out yet.
They're all still alive though as well. Action down in this compound. Pika left them well alone, and Matic very, very resable here. They should know that. They should be able to put out those feelers. Pika not able to control those lines with the zone at the back though. Now V have to get a shifty on.
Yeah, the Infinity as well, unfortunately, just out in the zone a little bit too long. In zone 5, it is an awful place to be. Enigma Galaxy, I don't know if you just mentioned them there, John, but honestly, being able to get on that south side after playing so long on the edge of the blue, goodness me, really, really well done to them. If 3 players still up, a potential to keep going in this game. You know, there are not a lot of teams here with huge amounts of players. You know, 3 players might just be enough. Nova, once again, still in the circle. You love to see it. You know, if they're very, very consistent so far in getting to these end moments.
They're the rock of the 4 elements. They're the earth. That's what I'm saying. Consistent. You love it. You love it. Na'Vi moving through. Kitsune gets shut down. Actually, it's Alpha 7 in Pika's position. If Kitsune doesn't peek around the side of it, it's going to be completely unknown. They're going to be more preoccupied with Alpha 7, and Pika can potentially look to strike here on the side swipe against Na'Vi if they aren't checking those angles. Here he comes. He goes for 1, but is shut down by Meku. But in the meantime, the rest of Na'Vi are falling. Alpha 7 find them on the broadside on the hills, and it's just such a difficult push. Matic last standing, and all of a sudden it comes crashing down for Na'Vi. 8 eliminations already on the game, though. They've done a lot of work.
It's a good point scoring, and with the amount of teams that are taking casualties so far, you know, if Matic can stay alive for just a little bit longer, might be able to get up to a 7th, maybe even a 6th positioning, and that might just be good enough on the point scoring to see them at the top of the tables. But Nova has a position on that southeast side. This is their time to reclaim that first spot.
There's a lot of first aids on board as well for Matic. The rest of his team just fell right next to him. And you know that Alpha 7 are going to have to move from their position. They're going to have to relocate if they want to go further in this circle. They are going to go down, though. Okay, does get spotted out. Actually, the play zone took that one. And RV eliminated. Now Nova with a chance to take back that top spot, but so did Enigma Galaxy on the south side.
Amodi out in the blue. Looks like he might just go down here. Next, Ruya, they're flying in. Remember, 4th place. We haven't been able to talk about them too much. I mean, Frozen's been clutching out. We really haven't seen them as a full-man unit so far. But this time, they're in the game with full 4. So this could be a really good chance for them.
Next, Ruya. Find Ralph. And Damwon Gaming get eliminated. 7 teams remain now. Next, Ruya on the south side. I feel like they have a decent shout at control here, but it's all about who gets this high ground, who controls this area. Lord healing out for Enigma Galaxy.
It's time to go for Enigma Galaxy. Max was right, you know, regardless of what happens, they're still going to get a pretty decent placing here. 3 eliminations as well, up to 7th. Na'Vi goes down. Get a final elimination point too. A7 though, struggling. 7 wanting to see this team bring it back here. Only 15 alive. Carrillo, the clutch force himself, runs away from that grenade as it hits the floor. Might be able to bring Senna Texa up, but Xavier, they're still pushing.
They're pushing around. They know that they want to flush these ones out. And in fact, that will happen. Excellent shots actually coming through from Frozen from next Ruya. And that is going to be Alpha 7 going down yet again. Team Secret fallen with 5 teams alive. Now the points for the placement start to add up. Highest tally right now on eliminations is Xavier.
6 on the board, but Nova looking in a really good spot. They can play around this tree line. Looks like they've learned from that game they played against Na'Vi as well. They're getting this split on, trying to gather as much information as possible on your screen, potentially catch out some of these players. Next Ruya, next up to bat versus Xavier. See what they can get done. Nice nade goes over the top for Xavier.
Finding one, Nova. Take a knock over towards Order. Nade's going back towards Xavier. Next, Ruya trying to summit this hill, trying to push on up and get it done. And Frankie low on the outskirts will bleed out. Lamborghini, last chance saloon now for Xavier. Down in the grass and will get spotted. Yekta deals with it.
Honestly, next Ruya, one of my wildcard picks coming into this tournament. And they've really impressed on me. They have some very clutch players on the teams, but Frozen's interview really did leave a mark on my mind because he says that this team works together to support one another to make these big plays, and that's what they absolutely do. They know that the spearhead is Frozen, but regardless of that, they make it work. Nova, though, is no easy task ahead of them.
3 players alive for Nova, and that's a great way to start, but that's given back twice as much as they got. An excellent nade from Kadur to see 2 down and leave Order all alone.
Oh my God!
It's nades everywhere. One more as well, and Order steps up big for Nova. Just Kadur, the nade man himself, gets a taste of his own medicine, and it's Nova to snatch it back. Next, Ruya take a tumble.